Good morning. My name is Maureen Chung. Welcome to Daily Devotional of December the 28th. The passage is Song of Songs, chapter 7, verse 10 to 13, and the title is The Perfect Timing of God's Revealed Love. She says, I belong to my beloved, and his desire is for me. Come, my beloved, let us go to the countryside. Let us spend the night in the villages. Let us go early to the vineyards to see if the vines have budded, if their blossoms have opened, and if the pomegranates are in bloom. There I will give you my love. The mandrakes send out their fragrance, and at our door is every delicacy, both new and old, that I have stored up for you, my beloved. The Song of Songs is extra attractive as a collection of love poems because of the setting of farms and fields side by side with the setting of palace and banquets. The landscape almost has a character of its own, spring-like and full of vitality, colorful from field to sky, homey like the sacred inner room, but majestic like the mountains of Lebanon and Hermon. The natural landscape calls for a season of worship. God has used his paintbrush well. What grows the farmer in his field? Grapevines, pomegranates, mandrakes. Fruits. Of these, I am most unfamiliar with the mandrakes. In Genesis chapter 30, verse 14 to 16, it was assumed to have fertility power. During wheat harvest, Reuben went out into the fields and found some mandrake plants, which he brought to his mother Leah. Rachel said to Leah, "Please give me some of your son's mandrakes." But she said to her, "Wasn't it enough that you took away my husband? Will you take my son's mandrakes too?" "Very well," Rachel said. "He can sleep with you tonight in return for your son's mandrakes." So when Jacob came in from the fields that evening, Leah went out to meet him. "You must sleep with me," she said. "I have hired you with my son's mandrakes." So he slept with her that night. A rather strange story. But the mandrakes did not live up to their reputation. Leah, as Jacob's first wife, got pregnant from Jacob and had 2 more sons since that night. Rachel, as Jacob's true love but second wife, did not get pregnant until years later without the help of the mandrakes. It was God who shut the womb of Rachel. In this poem in Song of Songs, mandrakes are mentioned for their fragrance. However, according to biologists, they contain deliriant, hallucinogenic, tropane alkaloids, which make the plants poisonous. It is risky business consuming the mandrakes. I glean from this one possible lesson. It is God who opens the womb and shuts the womb. Children are gifts from the life-giving Creator. If by human and superstitious means we try to obtain results of parenthood, we stand the chance of losing it all, including human lives. The same principle can be applied to our other pursuits, namely massive new converts at our church, increase in manpower in ministry, jumps in church budgets for operations and missions, even building expansion. We often use every means to achieve our desires and goals. If we use human and worldly means, we stand to fail and lose it all. In Song of Songs, mandrakes are not used for their fertility power. They represent one of the delicacies received at the door of the lovers. It is a gift from a well-wisher who sends new produce from the fields and old produce from storage. They come as a blessing from God's abundance. God is sufficient for us who trust in him. In verse 10, the beloved vouches for the mutual belonging of her and her lover. She says in chapter 2, verse 16, "My lover is mine and I'm his. He browses among the lilies." She reiterates the same in chapter 6, verse 3. In chapter 2, verse 10 to 13, the beloved tells us of the lover's invitation to go to the fields to view the signs of early fruit bearing. Here in chapter 7, verse 11 to 12, she issues an invitation to her lover. Love is reciprocated. The lovers long to be alone with each other. It is private time. Love needs privacy to nurture. How am I nurturing my love relationship with my Lord, my God? I read the official biography of Eugene Peterson by Win Collier, which came out in 2021. I'm impressed by Eugene's devotion to his God in his retreats like a monk in the country home of Montana. It was his childhood home as well as his retirement home. He hiked and enjoyed the beauty of your creation. He was a monk in his home, and his home was a monastery for visitors who came for godly conversations. There is the inner quietness of his soul that never sought celebrity status and accolades from the world. Although he was well known for his excellent and voluminous writings, there is a rustic commonness of this saint that I want to emulate. He was private because he only wanted God and what God entrusted to him and as his family. No sense of competition, self-validation, approval by others, and never wanted the limelight. He was as humble and saintly as could be. I'm impressed and desire the same burning in my bones cultivated in his alone time with you, God. Jesus, my lover, I want to love you with the intensity of Eugene's. May the spirit that moved him moves in me too, manifold. Amen. My friends, it is good to be alone with God and to be calm and serene in his presence. May God bless you all. Thank you for joining me, and see you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.